Well, spring is in the air, and that means it is time for one of the most stylish events of the season, the Kentucky Derby Museum Hat Show. We're talking about stunning fascinators to bold brims. This event is your front row seat to Derby fashion for Derby 151. Joining me is Katrina Helmer to give us the inside scoop on everything that's going to happen at the Derby Museum. Can you believe it's here? Here we go.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
This is that kickstart.
I know.
Like, it is time.
It is time. And so I know that the Derby Museum Hat Show, such a hit since it started just, what, a couple of years back.
Yeah.
So each year you try to take it up a level. What will be new this year?
Oh, we're so excited this year. Everyone just left with butterflies in their stomach, ready for Derby. And we want to do that this year, but kicking it up, again, like you said, a notch. So something fun. We can't leave the guys out, so we're going to have some male models walking the runway.
Perfect.
And we have some beautiful jewelry this year as well that's going to look a little different. And I just can't wait for everyone to be shopping, hanging out together, getting in that Derby spirit. It is just an incredible event year over year.
Well, you have so many featured milliners. How many featured milliners this year?
We have 5 featured milliners this year.
5 featured milliners,
yes.
and it's their specific designs that you will see on the runway.
It is. So each milliner has room to go ahead and send 10 of their designs down the runway. So I mean, this is a true show.
Yeah.
This is, you got to buckle up for the show when you're going in.
I love that it's not last year's designs,
No.
right, or the year before, or what's
No.
on clearance. It's like they have made these hats and the fascinators specifically for this show.
Absolutely. And what I love too is that you saw it last year and you're going to see it this year. What you see at the hat show is going to give you a little hint as to what that Derby style is going to be. So, I mean, you have to come here to this show to really get a taste of what Derby 151 is really going to look like.
You mentioned the beautiful jewelry. Doves will be featured there from Davis Jewelers. I've had the great pleasure of wearing some of the looks today.
Beautiful.
So I love what Ashley Davis and the team from Davis have put together, because Doves is 18 karat gold diamonds. It has this beautiful equestrian look. I have a ring, the earrings, and it pairs beautifully with the David Yurman classic pieces, if you can see that. I want to show
that's new for this year,
well.
to
Look
have
at that.
doves go down the runway.
You guys can see it's a beautiful, like, horsey
I
equestrian
love
design,
it.
and so that will be on the runway. It will also be featured at the Ruby Jubilee for the Kentucky Derby Museum Gala. So much to buy.
All the sparkle.
So much to buy. Let's meet the milliners, because let's start buying some hats. And so we have many of them here today, and we're so excited to introduce you. First up, to Christine A. Moore. Her uniquely crafted designs have been worn by countless celebrities and media personalities, including Katy Perry, Jennifer Lopez, Jewel, Al Roker, Deborah Roberts. Stop it. She's been the go-to. Derby Dylan and Janice Dean. Janice Dean from Fox News, right?
Yep.
Like so many of the big people that cover the Derby wear your styles. So this year, Christine, what trends are you embracing, or do you stay away from trends?
Oh, you know what? Trends in Kentucky and Kentucky Derby, it's like all over the place. You know, I think the major trend is what you want to wear and what you want to present to your audience. That's really it.
Yeah.
And do it with elegance, and do it, like, be bold. You know, really, that's the thing. Like, you tell a story when you love what you're wearing, and then it's solid. So I'd say go with what you really want to present to your audience. And then, of course, there's color trends. But you know what? What you have color trends here now, what you're going to have in May, completely different. So
totally different.
Also pick what you love, what color you want to wear, and then, of course, you know, pull out a color from your dress, and then you're going to have a fabulous Derby.
We have some of your hats that you brought along to kind of show your designs this year. You were at Rhodes this past weekend showing off everything. That is primarily where you are. Where we
That's
can get
right.
Your hats. Also the Kentucky Derby Museum.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Very
I'm
important.
really honored and proud to be part of it. And just really cool in general.
Well, you're a Kentucky Colonel now, right?
I am.
Beautiful designs
We're
there.
colonels.
Men's hats as well.
Yes, right.
But it's great to have you back. You're there and in person this year at the Derby Museum Hat Show. All right, Christine, thank you so much. Next up, Alana Cogan, the Hat Doctor, is more than just a fun name for a millinery business. Alana Cogan, owner and sole milliner, is also a full-time radiologist. Whew, you make me tired just thinking of all that. I don't know when you actually get rest. You are known for those bold designs, these whimsical details and artistic expression. What inspires your creative process when you are designing one of your hats?
I think I'm always inspired by color. You know, the more colors, the better. I really like, you know, a bright look that really pops. I'm always inspired by nature, of course. I always have a little bird piece or some butterflies in my designs. And I always love a little bit of bling. Everybody knows that I have to have some bling in my pieces as well. So very girly, very over the top, and you want to stand out from the crowd.
We're taking a look at some of your hats that are here as well. What is the best way? I know we can see you at the hat show. People can come up and buy after. Is there another way people can reach out to you if they're unable to make any of these events?
Yes, of course. I sell every piece online, thehatdoctor.com, and also thehatdoctor.etsy.com. And then, of course, I sell locally too at Rodeo Drive and Glasscock too. They both carry my designs as well.
And I bet people just love seeing all the whimsical butterflies, right? Like,
yes.
What do you love about that so much?
It's just so girly, and I love little details, and it's just so fun to wear something special. I mean, most of the time I wear yoga pants, so if I can have a little bit
Don't we all? We're all going to get out of our yoga pants for this hat show and for the Kentucky Derby. Alana, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we have a new face on the scene. This is Jessica Shickley. She is the newest addition to the Kentucky Derby Museum featured milliner program, and she's a second-generation milliner and owner of the Hat Haven. Congratulations. What does it mean for you, first of all, to be a part of this program?
I am honored. You know, I'm amongst some really great companies, some milliners that I really respect. It's just really a pleasure to be involved this year.
And we're going to show your hats in just a second. How would you describe them, and how do you kind of blend a trend with timeless elegance, or do you lean towards more of a traditional look?
I really embrace the traditional techniques in some of the styles, but I do like to put a very modern, fresh take on it. I'm always looking for new materials and a way to incorporate them into my designs. I do like a little bling, I like a little gem, a little sparkle in my designs, but I like things to be very tailored and fresh.
I want to mention kind of with that royal blue showstopping number there at the top, I'm seeing a lot of those kind of bigger, wider brims, right? That kind of has been reflective in the inauguration, is that bold kind of look, but it's so timeless. I just think we've not seen that in a while.
Yes, I love a boater. It's a very contemporary but traditional design. Like you said, it's timeless. It's something that not only you could wear for Derby, but you could wear that again and again. And that's just what I love. Good hat wear is
If I can wear it again and again, that would be right. And then I never do, because I'm just like, well, but you can zhuzh it up and do something different with it. We can see you at the hat show. Purchase your hats there. Where else can we connect with you?
So I have a website, hathaven.com, and then I do a pop-up shop at the Hyatt Regency downtown the week of Derby.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, last but not least, Mary Julia Kaiser, inspired by Kentucky Southern charm and Brooklyn's urban flair. Her hat designs mesh traditional millinery materials with modern textures. Great to see you again. You know, your hats have such a distinctive kind of look about them, right? They say, I'm Southern and I'm here, and you better see me take my picture, here I am, right? Would you agree with that?
I would agree. I know, I love all the Southern florals, and yeah, it's just a lot of extra Southernness to it all.
What are some of the key things that you love incorporating into that signature classic Derby look?
So I love going with garden pieces with an excessive amount of florals almost, and the fun feathery pieces for those who really prefer more of a lightweight or a lightweight, comfortable feel. And this year I'm doing a lot of geometric and architectural pieces that kind of have a floating illusion. So we'll get to see a little bit of that, a splash of that in the museum hat show.
We're looking at a couple of your pieces here right now. I love, and yours kind of tend to float to more of that smaller base, right? And then you really go for it with all the colors, the designs, the headbands as well. They wear easily.
They do.
They stay.
Yeah,
because it's a long day.
That's right.
It's a long
like
week.
They do. 8+ hour day. That's true.
Right. Wonderful. And any particular color trends that you are really loving to mix this year? Because you always do that. You experiment with lots of different pops of colors together.
I do. I'm such a fan of color. Bold colors. I think just kind of like Christine said, is what you feel best in and what you feel comfortable in, go with. There's not any one color that, but always the pinks and reds, of course. Those always are show stealers.
Reminder, it is March the 23rd, 10 to 1:30 p.m. at the Kentucky Derby Museum. You're going to get to see all these wonderful styles. Now, Jenny Fannin-Steele is also in the show as well. She could not make it here today, but we do have a beautiful representation here of her hats we wanted to show. And, Jenny is known, each hat is meticulously handcrafted using 200+ year-old techniques and wooden hat blocks displayed throughout her workspace. She's also known for her men's styles as well. So this is, we wanted to represent Jenny here today since she could not be here, but she will be represented and will be there at the Derby Museum Hat Show as well as all these milliners as well. I can't wait for the show this year. It's going to be absolutely incredible. It's always it's a fun kickoff to the season. You are in for such a ride of your life. Oh my gosh.
You really are.
You really, really are. You better get ready. I mean, it's just one of those. It really does kind of build that excitement, but it really brings together so many cool ideas for everybody's different with what hats they want, right?
It
like
does.
you really truly get to pick out what is genuinely your style.
And this is so special to the museum too, and we're so honored to work with all 5 of these milliners just because this is part of our mission. This is showcasing Derby history and what's really, really important to Louisville, and that's fashion and that's hats. And so that's why we go all out, and that's why we get so excited about this.
Well, let's toast. That's what we do at Great Day Live. We get so excited we have to toast to kick things off. There will be toasts and champagne. You'll have champagne at the event.
Because you're gonna have to have unlimited
like
mimosas.
unlimited mimosas?
Unlimited mimosas to have a good party.
All right, ladies, cheers.
Cheers to Derby season.
Cheers to Derby season. Cheers. Let me grab Alana, Christine. Cheers to all the beautiful hats. And buying way too many of them. Right? Buy one from every single milliner. And I think you're covered for the entire week. It's going to be a great show. Tickets are still available, but I'm going to tell you, they're going to go so fast. Just go to derbymuseum.org. It is March 23rd, 10 to 1:30 p.m. at the museum. I will see you there.